Hello, we're going to take this portrait and try to make it look a little bit more compelling by creating a kind of dark vignette effect around the face, quite easily actually. Okay, first thing you want to do is select the elliptical marquee tool, and then you want to click and drag a selection around that which you want to save. You don't want the effect to come in on this, what you're surrounding with your tool here. Now it's not centered very well, so with my left click still held down, I'm going to press down the space bar and then I can reposition this. And let me see, get it kind of like where you want it. This is what you want to preserve, and I'd go ahead and let her go there. Okay, next thing we're going to do is bring that selection up on its own layer by pressing the Add New Layer icon right there. Then the next thing we want to do is create a layer mask, but we automatically want this layer mask to be filled, the selection here, with black. The way you do that is hover your cursor over the layer mask icon, hold down the Alt key or the Option key on a Mac, and then click, and there it is. So what this does is this black will reveal all the pixels underneath, which again is what we want to preserve. We want to place the effect on everything else other than this area. So click on the layer thumbnail. I've got my foreground color set to black. So with that being as it is, hold down the Alt key again and then hit backspace or delete on a Mac. Now we can go ahead and start playing with our effect. One thing we can do is blur the edge, which we really want to do, and here's our edge, so click on the layer mask to make that active and then come up to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. What do I got? I've got 83 pixel blur. That's not too bad actually. Kind of like that the way it is. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. Now go ahead and make your layer thumbnail active again by clicking on it, and you can play around with the opacity to bring in a different kind of vignette effect. How strong do you want the vignette effect, or do you want a very, very slight vignette effect to come in? And that's pretty good. So when people look at this portrait, they will immediately be focused on the face and especially the eyes, which is really where you want people looking when they look at portraits. That's a lot more dramatic actually. Another effect you could do with this, if you don't really so much like the black vignette but you like a white vignette, I've got white set as my background color, so let's try a Shift backspace or Shift delete as a keyboard shortcut on a Mac. Set the background color already, and now that's going to be white. So you can go ahead again and play around with the opacity slider to make this as bright as you want or as not bright. Not bad at all. Okay, that'll give you something to play with there to make your portraits a little bit more dramatic, a little bit more interesting to look at. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.